Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. As promised, this is Q&A weekend. For Saturday and Sunday, all I'm doing is questions. I'm going to answer your questions. We're going to ask the tarot cards to answer your questions. So day one, or Saturday if you're watching this, in time is going to be Divorce Watch and other royals questions. Sunday, or day two, will be Harry and Meghan and non-royal questions. And the reason I split it up like that is because it's just too much when I do Divorce Watch plus Harry and Meghan. It just becomes too much. So that's why you have to split these people up. That's why I'm doing Divorce Watch first. I'm going to, if you do not see your question answered, it's either because I won't tackle that subject on YouTube, or it already has been answered in another Q&A or another video, or it's such a great question, I'm going to do a whole video just on that question. I've also compiled the questions, so I won't be mentioning the specific names. I just want to streamline this and make it as fast as I can. You'll recognize your question if you have asked it. So since we're starting with the Nitwits, I'm going to start with the Pulp Tarot. And then once we go over to the Royals, I'm going to switch to the Golden Tarot, which is my favorite Royals reading. So without further ado, let's get started. Divorce Watch. Are there plans to make Meghan Markle a widow? Are there plans to make Meghan Markle a widow? Great question. Oh, boy. Cards need to be cleared. They did not want to shuffle. Oh, there we go. See? Okay. Are there plans to make Meghan Markle a widow? Are there plans to make Meghan Markle a widow? What a great question to start with. Wow. Are there plans to make Meghan Markle a widow? And we don't know who's making those plans. Let's see. Cards are ready. Oh, Six of Cups. Ooh, something about the past. Page of Cups. Surprising news from the past, or surprising news from a sibling. Surprising news from ancestors. Ooh, Judgment in reverse. No more chances. King of Pentacles. There's Harry. He's an earth sign. But that's usually when you're older and you're successful and you've obtained everything that you want to obtain and you're looking forward to retirement. Two of Swords in reverse. Oh, somebody's mind is made up. Two of Swords upright is when you can't make a decision, you refuse to look at your options, you're being very stubborn about it, and you're like, this is the la, 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 I can't hear you. And this way, you've made up your mind, and the choices are over. With no more chances, something from the past. And there's Harry, maybe when he's older, Eight of Cups. We're going to hear something about somebody walking away. The Tower on the Judgment card in reverse. Oh my God. So sometimes the Eight of Cups can be walking into the next level, or passing on. You're moving on to the next level. We've got the Tower card here and the Moon. Okay, so my Moon in reverse, the Moon upright, is you can't see the truth. It's illusions. It's delusions. It's reflecting back to you what you want to see, basically. When it's in reverse and the moon is dark, it's the truth comes out. It also could be saying during a new moon. So there's some kind of truth that's going to come out about our King of Pentacles. Oh my God. Queen of Wands in reverse. This is the Meghan Markle card, the Wicked Witch of the West. On top of the Eight of Cups and the Tower. So is she the one planning it, or is she the one who's leaving? Because he showed upright, she showed in reverse. 5 of Wands. There's a struggle. There's definitely a struggle going on. Now, this isn't outright fighting. This is struggle. This is, because if you look, none of the wands are hitting each other. They're just threatening. So this could also be threats. Holy. 2 of Wands. Okay. No, there are no plans. 2 of Wands upright. It would be, there are plans because, and it might be go time, because 1 wand is tied to the wall, 1 wand is free to go, and you're looking at the plans you made. You've got the whole world in your hands, so you've made your plans, you've made your destination. Because the next card, the 3 of Wands, is you've sent those plans out into the world and you're waiting for the results to come back. But this is in reverse, and so there's no plans on Meghan's side. What I'm worried about is the ancestors and sibling side here and the plans. What's in reverse? Ooh, 10 of Swords in reverse. 10 of Swords upright is ruin. It's backstabbing. It's hitting rock bottom. When it's with the death card in reverse, it can indicate death, but this is it showed up in reverse. There may have been, or they're struggling what to do, because the 10 of Swords in reverse is the backstabbing has stopped. You've hit rock bottom. The swords can fall out, and you can pick yourself up and dust yourself off and walk away. Ace of Cups in reverse, tears and tears and tears of no love here. None. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. She wouldn't get as much money as she thought. For once in her life, she might have thought things through. 9 of Pentacles upright is a success, has the money. Interestingly enough, there's no children around here. You're a strong woman, strong, independent woman, been very successful at everything you've put out. And in reverse, it's not. It's actually you actually lose a lot of money. When Pentacles are in reverse, the money can drop out. Money can drop away from the card. Money can drop out. And if you're in reverse, you might fall on your head and think, well, that was stupid. And look at the tears. I think, defending, there she is. Harry, defend me. And he just did that in court. Maybe that was his hurrah, like, see, I can protect you, honey. I'll defend you in to whoever is poking fun at us. And was that just him in court? Maybe that was why he had to mention Meghan. He was proving himself to her because a burden was lifted. Oh, yeah, okay, so the Emperor here is Prince Charles, but it also can be the crown. I wonder if shots have been fired. You touch my son or do anything to my son, and you'll have to deal with me. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, I think a warning shot was sent across. The Emperor, Ace of Pentacles sent some seeds, because the Page of Wands is news that grows, news that's creative. It's usually good news. And like I said, when the wand is planted, then the tree can grow, because then it can grow roots. So when the Page of Wands brings you news, it's news that grows, news that becomes creative, and it grows from the initial news. So, for example, I know sometimes Page of Cups can be news of pregnancy because the fish is in the cup and the cup is pregnancy. But Page of Wands could be news of pregnancy as well if you're asking about a pregnancy, something that grows and becomes creative. Well, that's what a baby does. And then we have the Death card. End this nonsense. End. End this nonsense. Yeah, it's not worth Meghan's while. Four of Pentacles here upright. So yeah, end this nonsense. I think shots were fired across the pond here saying, you touch my son, or you plan anything, and you're going to be in a lot of trouble. We're going to plant some seeds that will end everything that you're trying to do. Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I think there's been something sent across the seas here by the king. Don't you dare hurt my son or the family, or it's not going to turn out the way you want it to. Trust me. Trust me. All right. Wow. I can't say it hasn't been thought of. I can't say it hasn't been thought of by the Wicked Witch. Okay, on to the next one. Will Meghan Markle lose her title in the divorce? Let's go to something else. Will Meghan Markle lose her title in the divorce? Will Meghan Markle lose her title? I'm just going to do a quick 5 upright yes, reversals no. A quick 5. Meghan Markle, will she lose her titles in the divorce? Upright yes, reversals no. Upright yes, reversals no. Upright yes, reversals no. Upright yes, reversals no. Will Meghan Markle lose her titles in the divorce? Ooh, chatty. Upright yes. So we have a 3 of Pentacles in reverse. We have the 6 of Swords in reverse. We have the Page of Wands upright. We have the Hermit upright. And the Queen of Cups upright. So yes, a soft yes. That's between Harry is also 10 of Cups upright. Yeah, the family's going to come to, the family is going to be so joyful when the divorce comes. There's no plans to keep things. So 3 of Pentacles is making plans and collaborating. So there's almost like no plans. There's no collaboration. Things right now, because 6 of Swords upright is moving on. In reverse is you're stuck where you are in your mind, in your thoughts. So right now there's actually, they're not making any plans about it, but we're going to hear some good news right away. Good creative news from Harry. The Queen of Cups, of course, this is Diana card. And the 10 of Cups is the happy family. The family's going to be really happy when they hear this news from Harry. This could almost be Camilla as well. I think I don't know if we're going to hear news that there are no plans right now to move the titles on. I think we're going to hear there's no plans about it. That's what I'm just going to say. They're waiting to get news from Harry, and when they do, they're going to jump for joy. So it's all on Harry, and I don't know what Camilla has to do with this. Or maybe Camilla is going to back Harry up on that, on what he wants to do. I think they're going to wait to see what Harry wants to do. I honestly do. And I think Harry's talking to his mom about it. Or it's going to be in consideration what they did to his mom when his mom was divorced. He's going to say, well, they took HRH away from my mom. They did restyle her. So I think he's going to look and see what they did with his mom and base his plan on that. But I think the family is waiting to hear the good news from Harry. Right now, the news is stalled. Right now, there's really no plans, or the plans are secretive. The plans are secretive. I think it's going to be up to Harry, though. I think they're going to ask Harry, and Harry's going to base it on what they did to his mother, the Queen of Cups. But they're waiting. The family's kind of waiting for some joy to hear about that, because the 10 of Cups on the Page of Wands here. Harry's kind of stalling. Harry's stalling on them, and it's it's going to be based on what they did to his mom when his mom was divorced. All right? So that's that right now. Next question. Will Harry discover how he's been tricked by Meghan Markle during the divorce? During the divorce, will Harry discover how he's been tricked by Meghan Markle? Great question. During the divorce, will Harry discover, King of Cups. Oh, maybe his dad might clue him in. Or Thomas Markle. He's a King of Cups too. One of those men are going to take him aside and say, do you believe this? And wake him up. So will Harry discover how he's been tricked by Meghan Markle? I tend to think that might be Charles more than Thomas Markle. Or maybe he will go see Thomas Markle and say, enough, give me the truth. How old is she? Can she have children? I think Harry knows that. Harry knows that. He's in on that game. But how old is she really? And is she really yours? And what's going on here? Has she been siphoning money to you? Might be Tom. It might be Tom Sr. Okay. Will Harry discover how he's been tricked by Meghan Markle? Oh, the Hanged Man. Right now he doesn't know. But the Hanged Man, also, you're hanging upside down so you see things from a different point of view. King of Cups showed up again. Oh, relieved of a burden. Relieved of a burden. Oh, the Empress, the pregnancies, the pregnant with possibilities, the Queen, somebody who wanted to be the Queen. Oh, Ten of Swords in reverse. Yes, I think he will be told, he will find out, he'll be relieved of a burden. What's underlying is strength. The wifey poo. The wifey poo. Yes, he will be relieved of a burden. The Chariot in reverse. King of Cups, Chariot in reverse. This might even be William. He might look at what William said to him in a different point of view and relieve that burden, because this is also the Cancerian card, the Chariot upright, and now it's in reverse. The Tower. Oh my God. This is that frickin' accident keeps showing up. The Chariot in reverse, the vehicle upside down, wheels spinning, and the Tower. And the relief of a burden. Five of Cups upright. Not being able to let go of the past. Depression. Disgust. Disappointment. All the bad D words are in this Five of Cups upright. Unable to move forward in the path, into the future. I'm hoping that what William tells him about this, about what his queen and his over syrupy garbage he says about the Wicked Witch, I think it's going to be devastating to Harry when he finds out the truth, when he's relieved of the burden of this pretend queen. It's only then he'll be able to see the truth. So I don't know if it will be during the divorce, because I don't see any divorce cards here unless you call it a Tower, but it is something to do with her. Three of Swords in reverse, broken heart, surprising news maybe about one of the children. Six of Cups, he's going to get this news passed down. I think this is William. I think this is William is going to spill the beans, because this is his siblings card. And it's going to be news that grows. That takes root. He's not going to fluff it off. This is news that takes roots. So once he's going to find out, and it's going to be devastating to him. Absolutely devastating to him. I do not like these three cards together. Relief of a burden, and this depression, and the Tower, and not going anywhere. It's the S word, and I don't like to see that at all. I think he is going to see things from a different point of view. And until that point, then he can pick himself up and dust himself off. The Ten of Swords here in reverse. That's hitting rock bottom. You can't get any lower. You can't get any lower. When you finally see things from a different point of view, so you can pick yourself up and dust and start the healing process. I think it's either William or his father. I think it's his father. It could be William, or let's get a clarifier on that. I think it's William because we have the Six of Cups, which is the sibling card. I do think, though, with this strength, this is the Leo card, and the Three of Swords, the Leo, which is Meghan, the Three of Swords in reverse. I think he's going to be more angry and disappointed and depressed than brokenhearted. I really do. He's going to hear surprising bad news, but that news is going to grow. He's going to be really embarrassed. He's going to be really, really embarrassed. Oh yeah, King of Pentacles for a very long time. This is him. This is going to turn him on his head for a very long time. I'm thinking 9 years. With these wands. Yeah, and that would put him, because he's going to be 39, so in about 9 years that'll put him close to 50 once he actually turns this around. It's going to be a really long time. Four of Wands, but it will get better. I want to clarify, is this King of Cups, is this William or Charles who tells him the truth about his love of his life, his queen, the one who couldn't get pregnant? Let's clarify. Is this William or Charles? Can you give me a clarification? Could be both. But then I'd get another king showing up. Is this William or Charles? Oh, Queen of Swords. In reverse. This is somebody who's really sharp with him. I think this is more William, because William is also my King of Swords. And what's the next one? Oh, the Devil. The Devil in reverse. It's somebody who I'm thinking more this is William, because he has fought with William. It would be, his whole book was about William. Also, that William is sometimes comes out the King of Swords. We have the Chariot in reverse, which is the Cancer card. We have the Six of Cups. And you know what? William also told him, this is also my divorce card, the Queen of Swords. So to divorce the devil. Divorce the devil. I think William's the one who's telling him to divorce the devil. Yeah. It'll be William who gives him the bad news and helps him unchain. Also, the devil in reverse can be undoing the things that you are addicted to, the things that you are chained to. He might need to hear mean words. He might need to hear really mean, bitchy words about, I told you so, I told you so. Okay. And I don't think Charles would do that. I think William would. I think, yeah. So yeah, he will, and it'll be devastating to him. I'm kind of worried. I think they are also worried about his mental state over this. I think William's going to come in and I don't think he's going to hold anything back. and rightfully so. The way that Harry decimated, like not decimated, disgraced William and his wife in that book. And like I said, I've never read it, but the excerpts out of it, and actually it wasn't, I don't believe it was Harry, I believe it was Meghan, and my reading showed that. Okay, so let's get on about the divorce watch. Did Meghan Markle sign a prenup? Did she sign a prenup? And if you believe the different gossip, I don't believe she did. But we'll ask the cards. Ooh, clock rang. Cards are ready. I'm going to just do 5 cards. Upright, yes. Reversals, no. 2 of Pentacles, yes. 7 of Cups, yes. Strength, yes. There she is. The Wands, she didn't want to. Reversed. 6 of Pentacles, reversed. Yes, she did. The Emperor, the King made her. The King made her. Except he wasn't the king at that time. So that's why the Emperor's in reverse. Charles insisted on it. Charles insisted on it. It was a bargaining. Actually, it was a bargaining tool. The 2 of Pentacles is buy, sell, merching. Okay, in this prenup, can I merch anything? And the 6 of Pentacles, she didn't get everything she wanted. She'll get very little in the divorce. Yeah, the lawyers weren't very generous, and rightfully so. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. She might have sent out some kind of PR that she won this thing with the strength here, and no, she didn't sign a prenup, and that's embarrassing because that says we aren't in love. And I think there was a bit of gaslighting and confusion around the prenup, but I cannot see the firm not signing some kind of prenup at all. I think the firm and Charles insisted on it. And she thought she would get the royal family. There she is, this strength card. I'm innocent. I'm not going to divorce Henry, and I've got my nice white gown on because I'm so innocent, and I'll tame you, royal family, because the royal family is the lion symbol, right? Honestly, I'm just a sweet little angel. And there's Charles. Screw that. You're signing one. So yes, she did sign one. Okay. She didn't want to. She thought she'd tame the royal family. But like I said, the Emperor in reverse here, that's before Charles became king. I think it was Charles was the one who insisted on it because Harry's not here anywhere. He's not here anywhere. Yeah, it was a battle, though, to get her to sign it. And I think there was something about the merching in there. I honestly do. And there was some confusion about what she was signing. And, but yeah, anyways, enough on that. Yes, there is a prenup. Now, whether it's with Harry or to do with the firm, the crown, that might be a different story. I think it has lots to do with the merching. So if there's a divorce, she can't use the royal titles and whatnot to buy and to merch. Okay, is the divorce talk to distract from the New York City car chase? Now this was a question I was going to do last week, but I just completely ran out of energy and time. So let's ask again, is this divorce talk to distract from the car chase, right? Because soon after that, we heard a lawyer's on the way, and we got a whole bunch of separation PR coming out. And also another one was a distraction was Lily's birthday. How come there was nothing? How come there was no pictures? And, it's just, is that all distraction? So is all this divorce talk just a PR? Is the PR company telling them, okay, everybody lay low, we're going to throw out some divorce stuff to distract from this disaster of this car chase PR that we never even authorized you to blast out, Meghan Markle. So is the divorce talk. So I'll just do another quick 5-card reading on that. Yes, no, upright, yes. Reversals, no. Reversal, Ten of Pentacles, upright Four of Swords, upright Six of Pentacles, reversal Knight of Wands. That's the actual card chase. Justice, upright. So yes, it is, because that's the actual card chase. Underline Judgment, second chances. Yeah, it is. This is the PR company sending some stuff out to the various outlets because they want to put this card chase to bed. Yes. So yes, a lot of the divorce talk, a lot of the rumblings are actually put out as a distraction. Here's the card chase, the Knight of Wands. In reverse, it was a disaster. It actually didn't happen. So that's why it's in reverse. And Four of Swords, they want to put it to bed. They want to put it to rest. They want it to quietly go away. And yes, so Justice and the family legacy. Yeah, this is the divorce talk. The strong justice warrior on the family. And the Ten of Pentacles is the family legacy, the intergenerational, and it's reverse. It's broken up. So yes, absolutely. Judgment is a second chance. They need to resurrect something to distract, to give this story not a second chance, but to give the PR a second chance, like to clear up this. So we're going to go on to a second story. So yes, absolutely. A lot of the divorce talk is put out by the PR company to get distract about this. So maybe about the hotels, for example, the lawyer coming in, for example, Meghan not showing up at the court, was that, not supporting? That's all to distract from that. Good question. Clear answer. Absolutely clear answer. Okay, let's move on. Will the real truth about the children come out in the divorce? Will the real truth about the children, because really, I mean, you got to pay child support. What children? And you've got you got to have, like, you list the children, their birth dates, and sometimes the other lawyer can ask for birth certificates to make sure that father is listed on the birth certificate. So, yowzas. We got a little bit of a conundrum here. Is maybe that why the divorce hasn't been announced? Is that why this is going to be a slow train wreck? Is because of the children question. So will the real truth about the children come out in the divorce? Ooh, what's... Harry doesn't want it to. King of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Oh. If it is spilled, it will be Harry. If the truth, if the information, the cups again, pregnancy, it might be Harry who spills it. He's like, I'm not paying child support for invisible children. Like, ho. Let's see what the cards have to say about this. Will the real truth about the children come out in the divorce? Ace, yes, Page of Cups, upright, surprising news. It could be about children. Knight of Cups, yeah, someone's bringing you something. Knight in shining armor, red flags. Queen of Cups, oh my God. Is Camilla gonna say something? It almost seems like someone's just sitting there sipping tea, watching the destruction. A Two of Wands. There's no plans right now to, and we have a 2 here. One stay, one go, but there's no plans right now about that. A 7 of Pentacles. Okay, 7 of Pentacles is seeds you plant. Upright is seeds you plant that really just never come to harvest, right? It's fruit that withers on the vine or drops. It's like, so you have your 7, you invest them, and they never really grow. And it's things that they never really grow. They never really harvest. You might get a little bit, but when it's in reverse, nothing Nothing is harvested. So again, I've read before that Meghan's going to get about 75% of what she's asking for. I think when it comes to the children, the surprising news, she's not going to get anything, because the Seven of Pentacles in reverse is you lose everything. Remember I said Pentacles, when they're in a card and they're in reverse, they drop out. All that money goes. So everything that she is invested in the children, she will not get. Those plans will not come to fruition. And somebody's sitting there just watching this all happen from afar. I think this is Camilla. I honestly think this is Camilla with her blonde hair. I know I say this is Diana, but each reading you have to read what the cards are telling you. I think somebody is going to present some surprising news, because Paige tonight is like stepping up. And look at this Page of Cups has, hey, can you carry this to my friend? Okay, fair maiden, I will. And brings it to this Queen of Cups. This, right? We got Page, Knight, Queen. The next one is the King. So this is almost like remember the telephone game? Remember the telephone game? And you'd sit in a circle and somebody would start the rumor or start this, and then the next one would pass it on, and then then she's sitting there sipping some delicious tea, just watching from afar. And I think somebody's going to be very happy. But right now, there is no plans to let this information out, because somebody would lose a hell of a lot of money. The Empress, pregnant with possibilities. Yes, so this is news about the pregnancies. Yes, this is news about the pregnancies. Oh, Nine of Pentacles. Meghan knows she will lose everything if the news about the pregnancy gets to the wrong person, who will enjoy watching her lose everything. Because you have to remember, I did a reading. Did Meghan try and interfere with Camilla and Charles? And she did. So Camilla is somebody who I wouldn't want to deal with in this instant. And she's going to make sure Meghan ends up with nothing. Nothing. Meghan's going to be very unsuccessful and ends up with nothing. Seven of Wands, upright. There'll be lots of defense. Like, Harry, we have to stick together on this, because they're going to come at us and we need to make a plan, but there's no plan how they're going to defend themselves over the news of these pregnancies. There's no plan. Like, how are we going to defend this? There's no plan. The Star. What does this have to do with Diana? Because Diana is my star card. So yes, this is confirming. This is Camilla and this is Diana. Both have shown up in the reading. Let's continue to read. Ooh, the Magician, trickster energy. They're going to try and spin things. I'm getting there because this Magician is spinning all these things around. They're going to try and spin things in their direction. They're going to try and spin things about, again, why don't they leave that poor woman to rest in peace? Maybe some DNA. Maybe they're going to spin some kind of DNA that it will show they are Harry's, coming from his mother's DNA, right? The Y, right? The Y chromosome is through the mother. And I think you can prove something there about the female, because we got the Empress here and the Star, something about Diana. Nine of Swords. Yeah, lots of anxiety about this. What are we going to do about the children? Oh, let's pull out, something about Diana's DNA here, because we have the Empress and then the Star. Something about Diana's DNA maybe won't match up. The plot thickens. Interesting. Charles didn't show up here at all. Right? Because that would be the next one, the King of Cups. So it'd be, somebody's going to spill the beans, give surprising news to this Knight of Cups who gives it to the Queen of Cups. And she's going to be sitting on this information to destroy the Meghan Markle here or destroy, make sure she doesn't get anything. But it's a big, big problem. It's a big problem. I'm wondering if they're trying to figure out some kind of DNA through the mother, through Diana. The High Priestess, secrets that get spilled. Secrets. Oh, there he showed up. Secrets that get spilled about Charles. Ace of Wands in reverse. Queen of Pentacles and Two of Cups. I'm trying to express what's happening here. So I said the DNA of Diana. There's going to be some secret about King Charles. The Ace of Wands is the phallic symbol. And I did a reading about King Charles not doing the deed with Diana. And this would be the Queen of Pentacles. This would be his mother. This is the mother card. There was some kind of secret agreement. I wonder if there's some kind of, I'm telling you, this is what's coming through to me. There's some kind of secret agreement that if they do DNA, it will not show any of Charles' DNA. And I wonder if that's where Camilla's chuckling, to show that Harry was not Charles, that Diana had an affair on Charles and Harry is not Charles. And that's why she's sitting there. Because we have a secret coming out about Charles, about no go. And isn't that funny? I said, I wonder if this has something to do with Diana's DNA before I even flipped these cards. And so an agreement, the Queen of Pentacles, this is the mother card, the mother of the king. This isn't Catherine. Catherine has nothing to do with this. The mother of the queen, because the queen was a Taurus, and made an agreement with somebody else. The Two of Cups, the coming together, and it was a plan that they put out for some reason. There was an agreement that this secret would never come out about why someone is so redhead. And don't at me. I know there's other redheads in the family. They knew about it. They knew one day it might come. That ship might come back. The Three of Wands upright. That's a plan that's put out, and then you're waiting for it to come back. They knew someday, somehow, it would come back. It would come back. The Chariot in reverse. They were hoping it wouldn't. They were hoping there wouldn't, because the seed was not planted. The seed was not planted at all. They were hoping that this news would never come back. The Chariot in reverse, no movement, because they knew what it would cost, and they would be really embarrassed, and it would open up a whole new can of worms with the world in reverse. Look at that. One simple question: will the truth of the children? I think we've got a double kind of, I want to say a double jeopardy here. If they pull a DNA on the children, please don't at me that there are no children. Please don't. Please just don't. I'm not even going to acknowledge those comments anymore. I'm just saying, if they pull a DNA on whatever children that they think are there, it would show that there's Diana DNA, but there isn't Charles DNA. And that's what they're sitting on. And that's why they aren't pulling DNA on whoever they call the children. That's why. That's why. So if we go back and say there are no children in their care, but maybe there was a surrogate, and it was Harry's DNA, stay with me, and Harry's seed. And so if there are these surrogate children that are back with their mothers, so they're, stick with me here before you type, there are no children. There are no children in their care. There are no children in their care. If there are children that are born of Harry's seed and are in with the actual mothers, biological mothers, the surrogates, they will never do DNA on them because it will prove that Harry's not Charles' son. You heard it here. You heard it here. And that's why Camilla is sitting there. She's got her popcorn ready, and she knows, and not that it would hurt her husband as much as it would hurt Diana, and prove that Diana was having affairs just as much as Charles would. It would almost vindicate Camilla. So that's why there are no plans right now to do any DNA or expose anything about the children, because it would hurt the queen, the past queen, because it was a deal between her son and whoever is the father. This story is not ended. The world is in reverse. If the world was upright, I'd say, okay, this case is closed. It's not. It's open. This is the conundrum. This is why they've never requested DNA or shown proof of DNA of the children. All right? All right. Wow. See, you ask a question about the divorce and something completely else comes out. I'm gobsmacked. Great question. Great question. Seemed like a open and closed case, and look what happens. Look what happens. So keep those questions coming. So thank you to everyone who asked that question, because a lot of people did. All right. So keeping on with the divorce watch. Who was the initial force between the marriage of Meghan and Harry? Now, I've done a couple of readings on this, and I'm actually going to clear that, because now we're going on to something different. I don't know why my bell's over there. I must have dusted differently and moved it. So now we are asking, who is the initial force? Because I believe this was a forced marriage. Who is the initial force of the marriage of Meghan and Harry? And we're going to look for the usual suspects: Andrew, Marcus, Doria, somebody else. A hidden force, a hidden hand, let's say. Who was the initial force? Like, who really pushed this? Who really pushed this? We know who presented Meghan to Harry. That was Marcus Anderson and Andrew's plan. Go back and look at that. We know who presented, but who really came up with this idea? Who was the force behind it? I mean, somebody had to fund it, make arrangements that they were at the same place at the same time, that, who was the initial force? Actually, that's a good question. It's not who arranged it. Who is the hidden hand? Who is really behind this? And what were they really planning? What were they really planning? I believe Harry was a target. So who was targeting him? Cards are ready. Let's go. Oh, somebody really important. Somebody with authority with bad thoughts about what they're going to do. Ace of Pentacles had nothing to do with money. Nothing to do with money. Wands in reverse. Somebody who is was kicked out of the royal family or divorced. Six of Pentacles. There was an exchange, a charitable exchange, but it wasn't really to do with a lot of money. It wasn't really to do with money, but money was paid. Money was paid. I mean, you have to pay for the escorts, etc., renting the room, blah, blah, blah. Five of Wands, somebody who's really been struggling with the royal family. And now this Five of Wands upright is a struggle. When it's in reverse, now you're fighting. Now you're fighting. The struggle and the argument has actually escalated. You know, like that escalated quickly. That's what a Five of Wands in reverse is. And it's absolutely with the royal family. Somebody who's really upset with the royal family. And it wasn't to do with money. Some money was exchanged because obviously you need to pay things and do things, and a little bit of money was exchanged. But it wasn't initially to do with money. So this person who is the force behind it doesn't need the money, but they did pay some money. And it's to end things. Four of Wands upright is marriages, graduations, birth. These are the big foundational celebrations in life. Buying a new home. When it's in reverse, it undoes all of that. So this is divorce. This is death. This is a funeral. This is moving out of your home. This is getting fired from your job. So this was somebody who was fired from the royal family or kicked out of the royal family. Or the royal family, it ended. It went from a struggle to an ending. So let's see. And also, isn't it funny I said the hidden hand? And we can't see what hand, who's on the other end of this hand. And Six of Pentacles, you can see it's like people sitting there, but we don't, this is the hidden hand. Two hidden hands. So a hidden hand was paying a hidden hand. But it wasn't about a lot of money. Ooh, Seven of Swords on top of the Pentacles here. Somebody who maybe had money taken from them or an opportunity from them. This is definitely somebody sly. So they're like, you aren't giving me the money, I'm taking the money from you. But they're taking more than money. They're taking, because this is swords, this is thoughts and words, and they got some things, some secrets locked away. Ooh, King of Swords in reverse on top of the wands here. Now, the King of Swords in reverse on top of the wand would be Prince Philip's funeral. What happened at Prince Philip's funeral? But you know, Meghan was on the scene before then. So was it something to upset Prince Philip? So who upset who was upset by Prince Philip? They've been trying for a long time, and they finally found an inn with the Nine of Wands upright. So they've tried 8 times. They weren't successful. Finally, they got the one wand, and they're running with it. They're running with this wand. They have finally got one. This has been going on for a long time. They're very stressed about it. But finally, they found one wand. And who's our female wand? Who's our female Leo? Who's the Queen of Wands in reverse? Is our Meghan. So they've tried 8 different times. So I'm thinking they've tried over a very long time. And they finally found their Queen of Wands to help them out here. And yes, she was allegedly a yacht girl, an escort. They did have to pay her a little bit. So it was almost set up as a exchange of adult entertainment. So who did Prince Philip upset? Who did Prince Philip upset? Knight of Pentacles. Oh, this is Harry, because he would have been a knight back then. He was an unmarried young man. He was a sitting duck. That's what I'm getting with that Knight of Pentacles, because they aren't moving, and they're just holding on to a little bit of money again. This wasn't about money. This was taking something from this King of Swords. So taking his grandson away. So it's something to do with Prince Philip. It's somebody Prince Philip upset. We're going to take your grandson away. 8 of Swords, and we're going to trap him. We are going to trap him. And there's nothing you'll be able to do about it. You're going to have to watch it. We're going to have to watch it. 6 of Swords. And like this is all to do with Prince Philip. And guess what? He's going to be in turmoil. 6 of Swords upright is moving from, oh, look at that. The clock. Oh, and it's ringing 6. So being unable to move out of a situation, out of a mental situation, because swords are thoughts and words and things that go along in our brain. And in reverse, we're going to take your grandson and we are going to ruin him. We're going to wreck him. We're going to trap him. He'll never be able to get out of this situation. And you get to watch us do this. But who is it? Who is it? What's reverse? Oh, it's somebody in the... It's somebody... Oh, you know who this is? You know who this is? Who else is my King of Swords who's been kicked out of the family? This is family. This is ancestors. This is siblings. This isn't Prince Philip. I walk that back. Once I got the 6 of Cups, because the clock rang 6, so 6 is very important. Andrew. The King of Swords is... Andrew is the king. He's February 19th. He's on the cusp of Aquarius and Pisces. And to me, a lot of times he acts more like an Aquarian. And here he is. He's the one who is kicked out of the family. Because remember I said this is foundational, and it's somebody who struggled with the family. And then it went on to a full out fight. And it went to Harry. He knew Harry was the sitting duck. Andrew. And if you go back to my reading about Andrew and Marcus Anderson, they collaborated. So he was the force behind this. Now, don't at me. I know Andrew was kicked out of the royal family after Meghan was involved. I want to ask you, is that another reason why they kicked him out of the family? Because they found out about that. If that was also a just contributing factor. And is that a contributing factor why Charles wants him out? Because Charles understands what happened here. He wants him out of not only the royal family, he wants him off of Windsor Castle grounds. So I'm thinking, I've got to do a big read on Andrew and Fergie and about their divorce and about why that happened. The Fool, new beginnings, new starts, trying to fool a sibling. We have here the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's somebody who wants back in, but they want a fresh start with the family. 5 of Pentacles upright is being kicked out, is not having access to the money. In reverse, it's somebody who wants to come back in. So it's a sibling or an ancestor or somebody from the past who wants a fresh beginning, who wants to come back in, who has gone from ruin, 10 of Swords in reverse. So 10 of Swords upright is you are being backstabbed right now. You have had your ruin. And so now he can't get any lower. He can't get any lower than he is. He's kicked out. He wants a fresh start. He wants to be brought back in. And I did that reading on Andrew saying he does want to be brought back in. He wants to dust himself off and heal whatever went on here. And here we have the Five of Swords upright. This is kind of like a win-lose. You win the battle, but you've lost the war. So is this, yeah, he may have won in a sense that Harry is ruined. Harry, he won that war, that battle, that he brought Meghan in and disrupted. Let's go back to the King Charles and Prince Andrew. He was the spare, right? He was the spare. So maybe he's thinking, I wrecked your spare too. So he won that battle, but he's actually lost the war. But I told you, like, the heartbreak is over. Let's just the Three of Swords in reverse. Okay, let's just stop hurting each other. I want to become an ally now. I want to become an ally with the Five of Swords there. I'm dusting myself off. I'm fixing myself up, and let's just call it good. Let's heal our hearts here. He also might be concerned with Charles' heart, because Charles has shown heart problems. And let's just put this to bed. The Four of Swords upright, but it's not finished with the world. It's not finished with the world in reverse. Again, I think we're going to see Andrew trying to turn things around. I don't know how it's going to go. So who is behind the force of it? I think it was the spare trying to outdo the spare. And that's actually a good segue into our, that will be the last, the last question about the divorce. So let's segue into that, into who's the most, this was a great question on the royals. Let's do a challenge. Who's the most aggrieved spare, Andrew or Harry? So segues right into that. So now we're going to take a break from the divorce questions. I've done about an hour on that right now. And now we're going to go into other royals. And this is a great segue into who's the most aggrieved spare. And we're going to switch over to, because we're doing other royals, we're going to switch over to the royals deck, the Golden Tarot. Who's the most aggrieved spare? Andrew or Harry? I'm going to clear these cards. We're clearing the air, so to speak. I didn't even plan that. That worked out really well, actually, because I didn't know who was the force behind that. It's so interesting when you use different cards and different readings and the same answers keep coming up and up and up. If the answers were completely different and all over the map, you'd say, well, yeah, I don't know. But when the same answers keep coming and the same people keep coming and showing up. And to go back to that last question, I don't want to put that energy into this. Remember, I was first saying Philip. Well, Philip and Andrew also did not get along, did they? And that's one of my questions I've got is Philip Andrew's son or Andrew's father? Okay, so what challenge reading, 7 cards, upright positive, reverse negative. Who's the most aggrieved spare? Prince Andrew or Prince Harry? Who's the most aggrieved spare? Prince Andrew or Prince Harry? Upright positive, reversals negative. Andrew on the top, Harry on the bottom. Who's the most aggrieved spare? Andrew or Harry? Prince Andrew, Prince Harry. Who's the most aggrieved spare? Prince Andrew or Prince Harry? Upright, yes. Positive, reversals, no. Negative. Cards are ready. Okay, Prince Andrew, 2 of coins in reverse. Prince Harry. Upright, Queen of Coins. That would be Catherine. Five of Coins upright for Prince Andrew being kicked out. Seven of Coins in reverse for Harry. Upright, Eight of Wands for Prince Andrew. Five of Swords in reverse for Prince Harry. Upright, Nine of Coins for Prince Andrew. Reverse, Seven of Swords for Harry. These are big cards. I gotta make sure they all fit in. Page of Cups in reverse for Prince Andrew. Nine of Cups in reverse for Prince Harry. Six of Swords in reverse for Prince Andrew. Six of Wands in reverse for Prince Harry. I'm just checking. I gotta move these over. Last card, Queen of Swords, upright for Prince Andrew. And last card, upright, Temperance for Harry. Underlying justice, right? They both want justice. They both want justice to be served. So let's get into the read. Prince Andrew, upright, 1, 2, 3, 3. Prince Harry, upright, 1, 2, and their bookend. So they're pretty much tied, and especially with the justice card here, the balance, they're pretty much tied. Andrew has the edge, but let's get to the read. Yeah, they're tied for most egregious. So let's get into the read. Two of Coins and the Queen of Swords. This would be the divorce. I think Andrew's still bitter about that he had to divorce Fergie. He feels like that was very unbalanced, and because I think he had to borrow money to pay her off. And I would think that this is the Queen of Swords telling him, you have to get a divorce. And I believe that's what happened. And he was not happy about that. He felt he had no bargaining power in that, and he was just being told what to do. But this is him being kicked out with the Five of Coins, and also again, you know, I think it damn near bankrupted him. It really put a dent in his money situation, the payout. And plus they struggled with money a lot, and a lot of their money struggles came out after the divorce. I think Fergie owed $2 or $3 million or something. But here we have Six of Swords in reverse. He said, okay, fine, you can end my marriage and whatnot, but I'm not going anywhere. You can try and kick me out or try and take some stuff away, but I'm not going anywhere. And here we have Eight of Wands upright against the Page of Cups in reverse. So Page of Cups in reverse is bad news, surprising bad news. Eight of Wands is that news is coming in. Surprising bad news. I don't think he wanted to divorce her. He didn't want to divorce her because we have the Nine of Coins upright here. He thought that the whole divorce was to make her rich. Here's with the red hair, and make her single and with the red hair and give her his money. He didn't want to divorce her. He would prefer to stay married to her, and then that's less money. So there's something about the divorce that really has still bothered him. I'm going to do a big read on Andrew and Fergie because it's such a different relationship they have. They're actually divorced, but they live together, and they have lived together. And the original excuse was for the children. We're living in the same house. I don't know if they have to share the bedroom. We're living in the same house for the children. Well, the children are now up and grown and have their own children. Now they're saying we're staying in the same house for the grandchildren. And neither one of them have had significant relationships since then. And I think there was something to do here with the divorce about making his wife a single woman and him having to give his money. There's a lot of rumors that Andrew's very, very cheap, very, very cheap. So for him to have to give her some money was kind of upsetting. All right, so let's see what's going on with Harry. The two upright are the bookends, and well, of course, this is the Queen of Coins. And he tried his best to keep peace for her. He honestly did. He tried to keep peace and show that there was, nothing going on between her and William while she was alive. He did a terrible job at the end there, but for the most part, he was like, "Oh no, Granny, everything's fine. No, I'm good. We're good. Everything's good." But look at that. There's one black lily here. I just noticed that. There's 3 white ones and 1 black one. And I just noticed that. The white and the black, and then the white. Is that Prince William and then the couple there? Anyways, I digress. No, we're good. We're good, Granny. We're good. So he tried to make it that there was a lot for his grandmother. He tried to downplay if he was upset about anything, but he knew he was the loser. The 6 of Wands in reverse is 6 of Wands upright is victorious. Getting what you want in reverse is the loser. And the 7 of Coins, he knew he'd never be king. So why even try? Why even plant those seeds? What am I going to harvest? I'll never harvest anything that I plant to be royal. And so he knew there wasn't a hope in hell, especially once George came along, once Prince George came along. And I want to show you this, the 9 of Cups in reverse. Once that baby came along, all his hopes and wishes and dreams decimated. And even the 5 of Swords kind of put his sword down. There's not even any sense in fighting for this anymore. There's a now I'm just going to continue to be pushed down. There's not even 5 of Swords in reverse. There's not even any sense to fight about this. It's interesting. This 7 of Swords is something that comes back, though. Something that comes back. And when we look at this, is peace going to come back to the royal family? Is peace going to, because the Temperance card is peace and balance. And, the Queen representing the royal family, is peace going to come back? Because this is what's coming back. Are wishes going to come back? This 9 of Cups, wish is going to come back with the 5 of Swords. Is the wish to stop fighting going to come back? But he knew, there's no sense even training to be a royal. I'm not even going to plant that seed, Granny. I'm not even going to plant that seed because it'll never happen, unless my brother dies. And once George was born, he knew that. I'm just trying to look. Interesting that Andrew got the 9 of Coins and Harry didn't. Yeah, they're both aggrieved, but for different reasons. For Andrew, it was the end of his marriage, that he had to give up his marriage. I think, I don't think that Harry is upset about it as the book portrayed. And again, we go back to that book being written by Meghan, and attacking William that much. I don't think I think once the divorce happens, Harry's going to come back. And I don't think it was that big of a deal to him, to tell you the truth. And he was right. He didn't want to be a royal. He didn't even want to plant that seed. Why train to be a royal, Granny? I'll never be a royal, or I'll never be the king. So, I don't think that's in his soul contract. I honestly don't. So I think any grievances that he has is made up by somebody else. Because honestly, he told his granny he was fine with it. And, and the brothers were close. And I think he was fine with it until something happened. I think he was fine. I don't think he ever wanted to. He never wanted to be king. Honestly, he didn't. I don't see any king cards here at all. And I think Andrew's biggest thing was, I don't think Andrew wanted to be king either. Do you see any king cards? I think Andrew's biggest thing was he was told he had to divorce his wife and make his wife a single person and give her some of his money. I think he was like, no, I'm going to stick around. We're going to fix this. And the queen was like, no, no, no. Because back then it was like, no, you listen to what the queen did or wanted you to do. And I think that's why they're still together today. They did not want to be divorced. They were forced to be divorced. And that's what his biggest grievance is versus Harry's is, I think Harry's is made up by his wife. And yeah, as I think him and his brother were close. And I think he didn't want to see his brother die for him to be king. He knew what the consequences of for him to be king would have been something tragic to do with his brother. And once George was born, then that even moved down a little bit more. I would almost say that was almost there might be the rumors and stuff out there that he was upset when George was born. I think he might have been relieved a little more. I honestly do. The 5 of Swords in reverse, putting your sword down. And it's almost like now for sure I don't have to train to be a royal. Thank you for having for that. And maybe even now, this 9 of Cups can sometimes be gluttony and overindulgence. Now, thank you for providing with George. Now I can really go and do what I want. Now I can really go do what I want. I can go party. This is a relief actually for me. So I think when we see this 7 of Swords come back, I think we're going to see some kind of apology or something is going to come back to the royal family for Harry. And I think the peace is going to come back. Yeah. So who's the most aggrieved? They both are, but for completely different reasons. All right. Great question. Great question. Let's continue on with more royals. Continuing on with Andrew, and I did that reading, is Marcus Anderson, Andrew's son, and the card said yes. The card said yes. And so somebody asked, well, is Koo Stark the mother? Remember when he was dating Koo Stark? Now, before I pull up the cards, no, she's not. 10 of Cups in reverse. No, they aren't a family. Well, or that could just be they aren't a family. This is when Marcus Anderson was born in Canada, where Prince Andrew was going to school. And I don't think that Koo Stark was in the picture at that time, but we don't know that. We don't know that. She could have been a secret that he kept kind of hidden away while he was going to school. Remember back then, Canadian border, you just needed a driver's license to pass the border back and forth. So if she had, what popped out here? 8 of coins, no. Anyways, I'll see what the cards are saying. Is because I have to ask this properly, because is Koo Stark the biological mother of Marcus Anderson? That's what I'm asking. Is Koo Stark the biological mother? Oh, King of Wands is. Is Koo... We don't know when Marcus Anderson's birthday is. Is Koo Stark the biological mother of Marcus Anderson? Oh, interesting cut. 5 of coins, upright. 2 of Cups, upright. 8 of Swords in reverse. The Moon in reverse. Page of Swords in reverse. No. Oh, and then the King of Wands showed up again. No, she's not the biological. I wonder, what's Marcus? Now, definitely, Prince Andrew and Koo Stark had a relationship. Absolutely, they did. But no, Koo Stark is not. The truth is she was not tied. She's not tied to him, because the Moon in reverse is the truth. 8 of Swords is being untied, revealing the truth. And then the Page of Swords is an absolute no question. Anything that you think of that is, because there's a cow over this pitch. That's why I love this Page of Swords. It might be bull. Especially when it's in reverse. especially when it's in reverse. So anything you hear about that is the absolute not truth. I'd like to know who the King of Wands is, because it's not Andrew. It's not Andrew. I wonder if it's Marcus. If anybody knows Marcus's birthday, can you please put it down below? I wonder. But anyways, no, Koo Stark is not the mother of Marcus Anderson. So it's not Koo Stark and Prince Andrew, because I already did a reading on it with, and Prince Andrew is the biological father of Marcus Anderson, according to my cards. Okay, now let's move on to the Queen. Is there a letter from Queen Elizabeth that can't be opened for 30 years? And what does it say? If so, what does it say? Is there a letter from Queen Elizabeth that can't be opened for 30 years? And if so, what does it say? Great question. I think there was something about that she left a letter on her deathbed and it can't be opened for 30 years. So why 30 years? Does that have to be after Charles has passed? Charles and Anne, they would both be well into their hundreds by then. So maybe it's a letter for Andrew. He would be 90, and Edward would be in his late 80s. So maybe, let's see, what does it say? Maybe it's for the grandchildren, right? Maybe it's something for the grandchildren, but let's not guess. Let's ask the card. First of all, is there a letter? I'll do 5 cards. Upright, yes. Reversal, no. And if it's a yes, then I'll continue the read. Is there a letter? Ooh, we have Knight of Cups in reverse. Ooh, 2 of Cups upright. The Star in reverse. The Magician upright. The Ace of Swords in reverse. Underline King of Cups. No, there's no letter. There's no letter. There's something for someone. Maybe she wanted something when the tombs were open for her to be buried. Maybe she put something in Prince Philip's resting place. Maybe she put like a ring or a letter or something to Prince Philip or something. There's something that she did, but no, there isn't. Oh, we have the King of Cups and the Stars. We have Diana and Charles here. No, it's nothing to do with the sword. And also Ace of Swords is no. Knight of Cups is taking something back. Maybe she wanted to. Maybe she wanted to write a letter about what actually happened, but she didn't. If anything, she came up with an idea. She came up with something that when she passed, something was put into Prince Philip's. Maybe that was an agreement they had. Whoever died first, the last one to die would put their wedding rings together or something, some such thing. But something was done for Prince Philip. But no, the answer is no. Knight of Cups is taking something back. She might have thought about doing something like that. It might have been her wish. She might have ran out of time, actually. Maybe she thought she had more time to do something, but no. So there is no letter, so I'm not even going to read on what it is, because why would I read on something that is a no? Okay, so let's continuing on with the Queen Mum and things she did just before she passed away. Why did the Queen remove Lilibet and Meghan Markle from the will? And we have to clarify that it was the jewelry distribution. Why did she remove Meghan Markle and Lilibet, who's supposed to be a namesake, from the jewelry distribution? Because the will, everything went to King Charles for tax purposes, but there was listings in the will of personal effects. So nothing from the crown can be passed around or passed down as an inheritance. You can certainly wear it, but it's not yours to pass on. But there were some personal effects she had, and those were distributed among like Camilla and Catherine, and I'm sure her granddaughters got something. So why? First of all, is that true? Was that true? Or was that PR from the Wicked Witch to make the Queen look bad? So why did the Queen remove Lilibet and Meghan Markle from the distribution of the jewelry in her will? So first of all, did she? And let's do the same thing. I'm going to do 7 cards. They're telling me to do 7 cards. Upright, yes. So is this true? Upright, yes. Reversals, no. And so if it's no, we'll stop the reading. If it's yes, we'll continue with the reading. Cards are ready. Okay. 2 of Cups, that keeps showing up. Wonder what's going on here. So we have upright, yes. Oh, High Priestess, secrets. Upright Priestess, 6 of Wands in reverse. The Star in reverse showed up again. You see, I shuffle them. I rifle them. I twist them. 8 of Coins in reverse. 8 of Cups in reverse. And the Page of Coins upright. So what do we have here? So is this true? Let's count the positives. 1, 2, 3. Ace of Wands, it's somewhat, and the clock agrees with me. It's somewhat true. It's somewhat true. Some of it's true, but it's secrets. And yes, there was some distribution among people that she loved, people that she was close to. So that would be Anne and Sophie and her grandchildren and Catherine. Yes, probably even Charlotte. People she was close to, she would be giving, they would be getting something. And this would almost be the will, this book down here. Yes, usually my Page of Coins is a selling, somebody's trying to sell you something. But I think because of the question, you always have to adjust the cards to your question. We're asking about a will, about distribution of things. She's not selling anything. Yes, some people got some nice shiny objects. Absolutely. But it was secret. We'll never know. It'll never come out. It'll never come out. It's secret. And I've read different things that it's sealed for 90 years, that it's sealed for 75 years, that it's sealed forever. You know what? Everybody who's watching this now will never find out. Maybe in the future sometime, but this will be secret for a very long time with the 8 of Cups in reverse. Nothing's getting out. If it was this way, I'd say, well, the secret eventually will get out. The secret will eventually move on. But in reverse, the secret will not move on. The secret will not get out. Absolutely. This is a lock solid secret of what was in her will. People who were working on her or giving her false vibes got nothing. So this is somewhat true. So people who thought they were, fooling the Queen, mastering the Queen, and, better than the Queen, because it's in reverse. People who thought they were mastering the Queen, they got nothing. So she was a good people reader in that regards. I know you're working on me. That's what I'm getting from this. I know you're working on me. Yeah, no, you're the loser. You're the loser. A lot of people had stars in their eyes over the jewelry that was going to be available, and a lot of people were disappointed in what they got. Maybe not a lot, but some were, right? Because if this was, it would be like, all that glitters is gold, and everybody got what they wanted. But some people were maybe hoping for something and didn't get it. The Ace of Wands here upright, it tells me she was very creative with what she gave away, and what, from I understand, she gave away a lot of it even before she passed on. She actually asked people, what would you like? And she kept those promises here with the Ace of Wands upright. And also the Ace of Wands upright tells me it's somewhat true. It's somewhat true. There might be something tied to, Lilibet getting something, show me some DNA or something. But yes, some people were really disappointed, and the Queen's not stupid. So anyways, long story short, because the answer is no, she didn't remove them from her will. I'm not going to read further on it. Just some people were disappointed. Okay, I will. I'll see if we can suss out who was disappointed. Ace of Swords, whoever was told no was disappointed. Somebody who's been kicked out of the family and wanted to reach the money and get everything was disappointed. Ace of Coins. Somebody wanted to take that and do something with it. Take her jewels or take whatever and do something with it and start some seeds and plant some seeds. And they were actually even going to pass it down even further. You guys see that? Those lilies. Look at that, ally in the royal family. I just noticed that. Those are lilies. I don't know if you can see that. The Chariot in reverse. Somebody who didn't move towards the Queen. And that, yeah, Five of Wands, the struggle here. The struggle. There was a struggle over who got what. I mean, and you know what? God bless them. That's every family. Every family does that. You know, oh, I thought she was going to give this to me, or I thought she was going to give that to me, and oh, I think you got a little bit more, and you know, it could be down to one person gets $99.99 and the other person gets 100, and the person who only got $99.99 feels somewhat slighted. That's human nature. So yeah, there was a bit of a struggle. There was 5 people, not fighting, just kind of a struggle about it. But you know what? She did the best she could. I'm going to stop here at the Magician card. She did the best she could. She tried to circulate as much as she could. There's different reasons why she gave people what she gave them. And she just did her best. She had her reasons, and maybe some people didn't like those reasons. But I think with the Chariot in reverse, I think it was rock solid like that. There's no forward movement. You can't even go to, well, not that anybody would, you couldn't go to court and fight it kind of thing. That's what I'm getting. Like, it was rock solid the way she laid it out, and there was no moving forward with it. It is what it is. But I was really interested. I'd never ever noticed that Ace of Coins with the lily there. So I wonder if Lily did get something and somebody else was bypassed. Somebody who wanted the money was bypassed. So that's interesting. So maybe that's why it showed that's partially true. All right. Let's continue on here with our royals section of our Q&A. Beatrice and Eduardo reading. Let's do a quick reading on Beatrice and Eduardo. I've got a couple of questions about Beatrice and Eduardo, and I was going to do a whole reading on them, but I don't know if maybe I'll see what the cards say here. Maybe I'll do a whole reading on them. So people want to know, because Eduardo has a child, how's their marriage going? How's that working? He wasn't married to the mother of this child, but apparently the mother of the child is around quite a bit. But that might be to help Beatrice look after the child. Like, it's not Beatrice's problem. Well, I mean, she's the stepmother, but maybe the mother of that child is around so that they can do week on, week off kind of things, right? We don't know. So let's just do a Beatrice, Beatrice and Eduardo energy reading, please. I'm just going to clear the Queen from that last reading. Beatrice and Eduardo energy reading, please. Beatrice and Eduardo energy reading, please. What's going on there? Just their general energy, their marriage. Beatrice, she's starting to become a little bit more out there as a royal. We saw her wearing the York Terrace. The heck? Tiara. Why am I mixing up my words? Is this a mixed up marriage? Ooh, 8 of Coins. They're not working on it very hard, or they're not working very hard. 8 of Cups. They're not going anywhere. Page of Coins. Are they selling you an idea? Wheel of Fortune. Whose Wheel of Fortune is that? Seven of Coins in reverse. Not a good start for Beatrice and Eduardo. Yeah. What they're working on isn't working, actually. Page of Coins. What are they selling us that's not... They're selling us a false story or something. They're trying to sell us that they're doing really great, but they aren't. Right? They're trying to show us that everything is fine and Beatrice has the baby and all is well and you know, but they aren't. The Seven of Coins in reverse. Like what they've planted is not going anywhere. 8 down to 7 and they're both in reverse. Ooh, Beatrice and Eduardo. What's going on? Oh, they show that they have a happy family. Absolutely. They're trying to have a happy family. But for some reason, the Eight of Cups in reverse, Queen of Cups upright. Beatrice is a Leo. Queen of Cups upright on top of, she's trying to show us that everything is emotionally fine with this other child, with Eduardo's child. They're trying to show us that they're really trying to work on having a good emotional family. Queen of Coins in reverse. Interesting, 2 queens showed up. Now, is this Catherine or is this her grandmother? Because apparently Beatrice was very close to Queen Elizabeth. Very close. So is this between... No, I was going to say no, it has nothing to do with Camilla. Let's keep reading. Queen of Swords. This is her mother. Because Sarah is a Libra. So this would be her mother. Her mother fighting with this Queen of Cups. Camilla. You know what? I wonder if this is Eduardo's mother. Or the mother of that other child. And Sarah does not like her, though. Sarah's poking her. 6 of Cups. You know, I think they're trying to put on that it's better than it is. I honestly do. 6 of Cups in reverse. Ancestry, things being passed down. Siblings. I wonder if this is Catherine. And Catherine has come between the siblings. I wonder. And also, you know what I just got? Remember when Sarah poked Diana in the bum with her umbrella? But what would Diana have to do with Eduardo and Beatrice? I don't know. That just came to me. The 2 sister-in-laws. So who's her sister-in-law? Oh, her sister-in-law is Camilla. Sarah's new sister-in-law. Oh, Sarah's stuck with another Cancerian that she doesn't get along with. And discord in the family. Are they blaming Catherine or are they blaming the Queen? King of Cups, they're blaming Charles. King of Cups. This also could be Andrew, because like I said, he is King of Swords or King of Cups because he's right on the cusp. I'm going to call this as Andrew because we're talking about Beatrice and Eduardo. And here's the couple right here. Sarah's a Libra, so she's the Queen of Swords. He's on the cusp. This is him being a Piscean. But look at him looking away. Ooh, 10 of Coins in reverse. Yeah, you know what? This is the family legacy. This is intergenerational. So this would be Andrew and Sarah, Beatrice and Eduardo, and their children. And it's in reverse. There's not a lot of family harmony there. There's not as much as they put out. There certainly is not as much as they put out. And especially with the 6 of Cups in reverse. There's a little bit of disharmony there right now. I'm just going to quickly look. Eduardo, he's a Scorpio. Oh, he's a Scorpio. Here, this is him. This is him. I've got to put that sheet out closer. This isn't, so I'm right. Andrew is the King of Swords. This is Eduardo. I don't think that Sarah gets along with her husband at all. Sarah does not get along with Eduardo because the Six of Cups is in reverse. And I think it has something to do with his child, with this other woman. There's something going on there that is disrupting the family. And look at Eight of Wands in reverse too. Yeah, there's some static in the air. Oh, and Justice in reverse. And the Queen of Wands in reverse. And the Seven of Wands, constantly defending actions and defending themselves, that's all of Andrew's garbage, isn't it? I wonder what the Queen of Wands here in reverse has to do. I'm just trying to, I hate to bring Meghan into everything. Has Meghan upset some stuff here with Justice in reverse and Eight of Wands and turning the family upside down? And I think what we're going to see is the Andrew and Sarah family kind of break off and just to take the high ground and step away from all of this. And that's interesting because I'm going to do a big read on Fergie and Andrew, but Fergie did come out and say, I don't know Meghan Markle. I don't really know her. I have nothing to do with her. Eight of Wands in reverse. And it's because she's upsetting the family legacy. And say what you want about Fergie. I just did that. Is she feeding the Wicked Witch of the West the information? And I believe she is, what the cards had told me. And I think, and a really good point came from a couple of viewers, is she feeding Lady C information in exchange for positive news or positive things about Andrew? And that's where they're taking the high ground. So, but I asked about Beatrice and Eduardo, and I think there is a bit of a problem with Eduardo and the child and the mother of the child. And I think Sarah's trying to step in and fix that as well. Because she's stepping here in between Eduardo and the family, and she's holding up her sword and saying, you hurt my child and you'll pay for it. Now, this Queen of Wands in reverse, is this Beatrice? Because she's a Leo, so she would be the Queen of Wands. And I did say that this is why I like talking out the cards. She wants to come out more to be the queen, be more royal road. That one question I did on the royal wedding about her showing up with the tiara. Maybe she doesn't feel it's fair that she can be involved that she is not involved in the royal family as much as she wants to be. And she might be defending her reasons why she wants to come in. I don't think she thinks it's fair that she can't come out and be much more of a royal family member with the 10 of coins here. Also, the Justice card is Sarah as well, because the Justice card is the Libra card. And I think she's like, Mom, you kind of messed it up for all of us here and our legacy. And, now she has to kind of defend all of that if she wants to break into the royal family and be a working royal. She's going to have to defend the actions of her mother and her father. And it's somewhat upsetting to her. Because then the Queen of Wands, when she's in the reverse, isn't loyal, and then she won't be loyal to her mother. She feels like she won't be loyal to her mother and her father if she decides to join the legacy of the royal family and become a working royal. And I did that one reading on her, and she really does want to become a working royal. But she has to clean up a lot of things. She has to clean up the issue with her husband and the mother of that child. She has to clean up the issue of her mother and her father, and she has to defend herself from that. She has to defend herself and almost say, I'm my own person. I'm my own person. Please don't poke at me what my dad did, what my mom did. Don't poke at me about their divorce. Don't poke at me about my husband has another child. Don't poke at me that, you know, my children are step with this person. Like, stop it. And it's affecting their marriage in some regards. It is, because things aren't working out well for their marriage at all. It's kind of stalled, to be truthful with you. It's kind of stalled. They don't know what they want to do next. Yeah, it's stalled because of these issues. All right. So that's the reading on Beatrice and Eduardo. Okay, let's continue on. Oh, this is a great question. I'm going to clear off Beatrice and Eduardo. My calling queen, I just did it again. My calling Princess Anne queen. Was she ever a queen, and will she ever be a stand-in sometimes for Charles? Now, I think she is she can be a stand-in, but she couldn't be called queen. So like if King Charles is ill and other royal, and Prince William is busy, but maybe, they call it Queen Anne in stand in his stead. And I'm trying to think of what that's called. It's his like circle of closest advisors. And it involves, of course, the Prince of Wales, and I believe Queen Anne is on there, and that's the one that they removed Harry from. And I think, didn't they add Andrew back in? I can't remember. Anyways, so I stumble over Anne. I call her Queen Anne all the time. I don't do it on purpose. It's something in my subconscious. So is my subconscious picking up on a previous life? Was Princess Anne, the Princess Royal, was she ever Queen Anne, or was she ever another queen? Let's do a quick 5-card read, and then we'll take it from there. Upright, yes. Reversals, no. Was Queen Anne ever a queen? I just said it again. As I'm reading Princess Anne, I say Queen Anne. What is going on there? Princess Anne, Princess Royal. Was she ever Queen Anne or another queen in a previous lifetime? She just gives off this aura, this energy of a queen. I think it's just been a shame that she wasn't allowed to be queen. 10 of coins upright. Yeah, it's in her legacy. Absolutely. It's intergenerational. The Fool. Maybe she doesn't want it to admit it. The Fool in reverse. Judgment. Second chances. And 9 of Swords. I think they laugh about it. 9 of Swords in reverse. I don't think there's any anxiety about it. They might laugh about it. 3 of Wands. You know what? I think she has. Well, first of all, we have 3 uprights, so the answer is yes. I think they actually kind of laugh about, like they joke around about it, the Fool in reverse. They joke about it like, yeah, you should have been queen. You would have made a better queen. Even Charles is like, I wish you were queen. Like, I don't need this. But this is the reincarnation card, the judgment card, upright, right? You've passed, and now this is the reincarnation. And yes, it's in her soul family. It's in her legacy. And I think in some respects, she thought she might turn out to be queen this time. But I think she's also looking out for her next life, or she's been queen 3 times, but she's definitely, her ship will come in her next life. In her next lifetime, she will be queen. She might even be king. She has very balanced masculine, feminine energy. 6 of Swords, but she's over it. Like, she's never going to be the spare. She's moved on from it. I think they joke and laugh about it a lot, but like, I don't think it's ever bothered her that she's not queen. Page of coins in reverse. She was just not meant to be queen this time. It just wasn't supposed to happen. She is very, very queenly. She gives off that aura. What is wrong with my words? She gives that off, but she knows she'll never be queen. No, she knows that. The magician in reverse on top of the 9 of swords. Maybe it's trickster energy on me. Maybe it's trickster energy on me that I keep calling her Queen Anne. 4 of coins. Yeah, she let it go a long time ago. She knew she wasn't supposed to be queen this time. She knew she wasn't. She has been, but this time she wanted a different experience. She didn't even want to be queen this time. No. Oh, 9 of cups in reverse. No, it wasn't even her wish to be queen at all. No, this time she wanted to have a different experience. 6 of coins in reverse. I think she needed balance. I think she has been queen probably 3 times. This might be the 4th time coming in. And with the 6 of coins in reverse, she didn't have enough balance in her soul. She was a bit unbalanced in her soul. And I think she wanted a little bit more balance, because you have to remember, she didn't even have access to be queen this time. The Princess Royale was kind of a balance for her. I mean, and for many of us, that'd be an upgrade. But her soul was a bit unbalanced, especially with the 9 of cups here. That can be a lot of gluttony. And the 4 of coins so it's letting go of how many times she was queen. And her soul needed some other kind of balance this time. And what's in reverse? 8 of swords. There was some part of her that says, do I really have to go down and do that? I like being queen. I really enjoy being queen. And you can tell just her, she would have made such a great queen. I think though with this 8 of swords is, I don't want to be tied down by being queen. But can I do something that's kind of queenly? Like, but I don't want to really be tied down. I don't even want to be the victim of being a queen. But I want to be queen. I think she was a little bit unsure of coming down this time. Oh, Queen of Cups. I should have checked to see what Queen Charlotte. Why did I say Queen Charlotte? Maybe she was Queen Charlotte in a past lifetime. I didn't check to see what Queen Anne was. Look, we got Queen of Swords. We definitely have 2 queens. She didn't like being in those. She felt too tied down when she was those queens. Death, ending. Did one of those queens have a really sharp ending? A really sharp ending. Oh, and here she is, the Strength card in reverse. She's a Leo in reverse. She's like, okay, you made me a Leo, you made me a queen, you ended all my queenship here. She was definitely a queen twice, and that ended quite suddenly and quickly. And you brought me into the royal family. Yes, temperance, to balance myself out. She even has to balance her Leo-ness about her, right? Because the Leo person can be quite regal, and a lot of Leo people wear really long, puffy their hair. And you think about Anne, her whole life, her hair has been puffy. The whole, like, she, even when like wearing it up, it's puffed out. Like, you notice her hair. She's had to tame that ego a lot. So she's had to tame the Leo-ness of her, the pride and the ego, down quite a bit. And she doesn't like it, because she knows she can be a great queen. She knows she has been queen, and to tame that down, to bring it down a notch. She didn't really like it, but she did it, because we have the Temperance here and we have the 6 of Wands. She's been brilliant at this lifetime. What she's come to do this lifetime, she's nailed it. The Temperance card here. She's balanced out her life. So the cards were right. She was really unbalanced, too much queen energy. She needed to balance it out. She needed to bring it down a notch to learn her own soul lessons. To learn her own soul lessons. And that might have something to do with her children, because Leo is also the sign of children. Maybe she wanted to have just normal children this time and not have to bring up princes and princesses and worry about line of succession. And I think this Temperance card showing up and the victory, she's done a fabulous job in this lifetime. But I think we'll see her as a queen in her next lifetime, because we have this ship coming in. All right. Great question. So I do call her Queen Anne because I am picking up on something. Okay. Oh, here's a good one. And we're going on to hour 2 here. So I'm just going to wrap this up with a couple of good ones. 2 quick ones here. This is a really quick one. This is I'm going to cancel Anne out of here, because now we're going to talk again about Fergie and Lady C. I should have done that earlier, but I just noticed this question. A follow-up to the Fergie and Lady C reading. So we're just going to... Oh, okay, the clock wants me to do this. Does Fergie exchange info with Lady C to be over the top of and supportive of Andrew? You know what? I think I answered that. That might be, yeah, I think I answered that. Yes, she does. Sorry. Too many questions. You know what I am going to do? I'm going to segue in, because I did that one on Princess Anne. I am now going to read on, someone asked me to read on Mike and Zara Tindall. Let's do a quick reading on them. Only fair, we did Beatrice and Eduardo. We just did Prince Anne. This is a great segue on Mike and Zara. And Mike and Zara, and I think we'll wrap it up with this because we're already into hour 2 here. Mike and Zara. Ooh, they are really ready. Okay, one more. They actually like this question better, I can tell. Okay, Mike and Zara, let's read in. 2 of coins. Upright. 9 of coins in reverse. Yeah, Zara doesn't like being a single woman. And they do their own buying and selling. Upright, the Tower. Oh no. Queen of coins in reverse. 3 of coins in reverse. I'm wondering if the death of Queen Elizabeth was really hard on her, because Queen Elizabeth was the single woman when she was the widow when she passed away. Something here to do with the Queen. Plans that they had to buy and sell just aren't going forward for them. Ace of Wands in reverse. Yeah, she didn't like being single at all. Almost found it too constricting, being single. 4 of Cups on the Tower. Oh, I'm wondering if with the Tower here, this is the Tower of England, that they aren't really that much into the royal kind of stuff. The Moon on top of the Queen of Coins. I'm just wondering here, 2 of Swords in reverse. I think they've made up their mind not to be involved in any royal stuff. I mean, they show up for some things, and 7 of Cups. Yeah, you know what? They don't like the whole pomp and circumstance. With the Moon here upright, it's all an illusion. It's all a delusion. It's all make-believe. It's all... and especially when it came to her grandmother, she just wanted to be a granddaughter and have a grandmother. She wasn't interested in the queenly stuff at all. She thought it was all confusing and gaslighting, and she did not like that at all, especially with the 2 of Swords here in reverse. She did not like being single. at all. She made up her mind. She wanted to be married. I'm getting like two splits of the reading here. She did not like any of the pomp and circumstance, and I think she gets that a little bit from her mom. She was more than willing to drop all of that around the confusion and gaslighting and options. And I thought maybe they would step in to do some royal stuff, but I don't think she likes that at all. I don't think she likes it at all. Eight of Cups. They're not going anywhere. It's interesting. I didn't get any kind of lovey-dovey. I was kind of really looking to see what we got here. She did not want to be single, and once she made the decision, she is not going anywhere. But she did not want anybody royal. She didn't want anything to do with any of the royal. Let's see what's underlying here. Knight of Wands. Yeah, I think she's a steady person. And I'm just looking here. Her husband is a Scorpio and she is a Taurus. So she could even be the Queen of Coins here. I think she just didn't care for any of the royal stuff here. The Knight of Wands, she didn't care for the pomp and circumstance at all. She wanted a really balanced life. This is her mom in reverse. Maybe she saw what the royal life did to her mom and she didn't want any part of it. Death, ending. Ooh, I don't like this on her mom. Queen of Swords, upright. This is really like, where's the Ace of Cups? Where's the Lovers? Where's the Two of Cups? Like, I don't see the children either. All I see is that they don't want any part of the royal, and maybe they want to just keep their marriage secret. The High Priestess in reverse, and the Three of Cups in reverse. I don't think there's a third person. Oh, this could be the three daughters. This could be the three daughters or the three children. Knight of Coins. Interesting. Nine of Swords and Judgment and King of Wands. I just think they don't want anything to come out about their family. Like they just want to have a normal life. Actually, they do. They want to have a normal life, but I'm not getting that, she hates doing anything with the royal family. She just doesn't want to be a royal. I just don't like this about her mom and the strength in reverse and then the endings. I wonder if this is her mom retiring with the Queen of Swords upright. I wonder if her mom's going to retire. She can't wait till her mom is retired so they don't have to do anything, I bet. Once her mom retires and then her mom's completely not a royal, then they don't have to do anything. Interesting read on Mike and Zara. I might have to do an extended on this and see really what's going on. Interesting, really interesting. And here shows up the King of Wands again. Very interesting read. Yeah, she might be she wants to keep everything secret. She doesn't want anything to do with the royals. I don't think this is her showing up. I think this was the death of her grandmother. I know she was really close to her grandmother. I mean, that's her grandmother's first granddaughter. And I don't think she liked the illusion of, yeah, sure, she was your queen, but she was my grandmother. And I think she, in some respects, she feels like something was lost there. And actually, if she's a Taurus and her grandmother is a Taurus, they were actually quite close and very, very similar. Yeah, they're just saying it's none of your business. And it's quite the block they've got there. Because they seem very happy. They seem like they're having a great family. We didn't get the 10 of Cups upright, happy family. We just got like, you know what I'm getting from that? It's none of your business. We aren't royals. You have no right to ask. We don't mind dressing up the part and being with the family and doing the fancy things. But seriously, it's none of your business. And they're absolutely right. They're absolutely right. Even though they're public figures, they are not royals. They don't have it like yeah, I message loud and clear. I don't think I'll ever read on them again because it was quite the block there. All right. Well, I don't want to end the reading on that one because that was kind of like, okay, none of your business. Got it. This is actually a good one I'm going to end on. What does the Spencer family think of Harry and Meg's and all the things going on with the royal family? And I'm going to clear that last reading. I'm going to give it some Florida water. Yeah, and good for Zara. Actually, good for Zara. I can appreciate that energy. We didn't ask their permission and we were denied because they aren't royals and it's none of our business. And touche. All right, so what does the Spencer family think of Harry and Meghan and everything going on in the royal family? Great read. Let's end in that read. What does the Spencer family think? What do they think about being involved in all these fake photos? What do they think about what's going on in the royal family? What do they think about Harry, about their nephew Harry and their nephew William and what's going on with that? What do some of the cousins think? Are they just rolling their eyes? Are they happy that things are falling apart? Are they close? Ooh, victory. Ha! Victory. Well, you can read into that what you want. What do they think? What does the Spencer family think of Harry and Meghan and everything that's going on in the royal family? Are they laughing? Are they rolling their eyes? What are they doing? 2 of coins. I don't think they really think that much about it, to tell you the truth. Queen of coins. Is this the queen or is this Catherine? We have to keep reading. The moon, the truth will come out. The moon in reverse, the truth will come out. King of coins, upright, Harry. So this is Harry. So is this Harry and Catherine? Page of swords, the truth. The truth by the media. Is this the media buying the truth, buying and selling? No, because the 2 of coins is in reverse. So whose truth is this? Says nobody's buying this information. Nobody's selling this information. What information is coming through the air that isn't true? We have the bull here. And the page of swords is the internet. So I don't think they're part of anything that's let out. They don't put anything that's BS out there. Now we have the Queen of Coins and the King of Coins, and this is a natural meeting here. Is this what truth is going to come out? Because the moon card in reverse is truth. Who is this couple? Is this the queen? Because this isn't Philip and this isn't William. William's not that old yet to be the King of Coins. It's not Harry. Harry's not that old yet to be the King of Coins. What's going on? 9 of coins in reverse. I think that's the queen because in the end, she was an unwilling single female. This is the widow card, and Catherine's not a widow. 7 of swords. They're going to talk about what was taken from them. There's some kind of truth about what was taken from them by the queen. The Magician. Oh, the trickster energy. The is this to do with Diana dying? Who is this? Was this Dodi's dad? Knight of Cups, Knight in shining armor. Somebody's coming in with the truth here. Ooh, the Empress. Knight of Wands. There's some kind of truth that they want to come out. I was looking for like the Knight of Swords would have been like the car accident or something, but wonder what Diana's brother, what's his birthday? The Three of Coins. Is that the three left? The two sisters and the brother. Are they making some kind of plans? I think in some respect, they're just like, can we just move on? That's what the Knight of Wands is. Can we just move on? Can we just move on? Because we have two knights here. Knight of Cups and Knight of Wands. Can we just move on? I'm surprised Diana didn't show up here. I was looking for the Star or the Queen of Cups. And we have the Empress here. Maybe Diana's the Empress. Birthing babies. Maybe that's what they think. She was just brought in. That's what they think. She was just brought in to have babies. That's all they thought of her, is to have babies. She was just a reproduction machine for them. This young girl popping out babies. And they just want to move on. I don't think they're watching the royals that much. Like King of Cups or the Emperor didn't show up. I think they just want to move on from it. I think they only want like the good news about their sister to come out. The Knight of Cups, Knight in shining armor. Just bring us some good news, some good emotional news. They just want to keep the good memories of her. I don't think this with the recent coronation, I don't think it was a trigger for them at all. Maybe they knew Diana never wanted to be queen. They knew she was just brought in to have some heirs, bring some heirs, like the heirs. She did her duty and then kind of moved on. I don't think they're interested in selling any kind of their story or anything. They might be planning something on their own, like maybe their own statue or something, or maybe their own story. I don't think this is a story though. I think they're like kind of sick of the stuff that's said about her, because the Three of Coins is more something earthly. So that's why I'm thinking maybe they'll do something, a statue or something about her. Five of Wands, they just struggle with the royal family. Oh, and then the Emperor, that's so funny. The Emperor didn't show up, or King of Cups. There he is. Yeah, Ace of Cups. They have nothing to do with the royal family at all. Oh, look at that. King of Cups and the Emperor. And the Ace of Cups in between. The Four of Swords. They're over it. They have nothing to do with King Charles at all. At all. With this Ace of Cups in reverse. They've cried their tears over what happened with their sister and him, and they've already had their struggles, and they're totally over it. Four of Swords in reverse. They don't let it paralyze them anymore. They've moved on. Even with this Knight of Wands, they've moved on about it all. And even the Moon card in reverse. The Moon is also Diana. That's the Cancer. The Moon was a Cancer, and also Diana, the Moon Hunter. And in reverse, they've kind of moved on. They know something went on. They know how she was treated, and they struggled with it, but I think they're over it. They're over it. They've moved on. I don't think they have any contact with Charles whatsoever. And it's interesting. The boys showed up here, Knight of Cups and Knight of Wands, and that's, I think, that's the only ones that they talk with, is the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands. I would almost say that William is the Knight of Wands in this case, because the Knight of Cups is the one that lives overseas, which would be, and that's, I know it doesn't astrologically fit up, but it sets up with what the cards are trying to tell me. And look at this. I like this story too. They're moving towards each other. Well, that's a better question to end this on. I'm almost running 2.5 hours. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your likes, your questions, your subscribes, your donations. I'm just simply over the moon. I'm overwhelmed with happiness. Thank you. Thank you for your participation in this production. Keep your questions coming, and tomorrow we'll move on to more questions. Thanks for watching. Take good care. Bye for now.